Hey fellow travelers and adventurers, it's Jed from EV Camping and Travel. And I've got a new unboxing and gear review video for you, and it's going to be a charged up one. We've got the Bluetti 1800 watt AC180 solar power station with their 200 watt solar kit. Ooh, that's a mouthful. First thing to know about this box, well, right out of the box, is that this power station is heavy, about 35 pounds heavy. Open it from the top, you'll come across some standard literature and a warranty card. The guide is small, unexpectedly small for something that is, electrical and technical. But I was okay with this, as you'll see later that this product is really easy to use and very intuitive. There are 3 cables in the box that include the slow car charging unit. Now this is the slowest way that you can charge the power station. I don't recommend it, but hey, at least you know it's there. You've got the solar cables. This is the next step up. Again, pretty slow, but hey, that's cool that you can power it by solar. And then you've got this AC outlet that when connected to a regular outlet and to the power station, it charges really, really fast. I was very impressed by that. So those are the 3 cables. And then taking it out of the box, you'll note that you want to lift it on the side. There's not a handle at the top, but just with some good lifting posture, you can get it out of the box. And first thing you'll note, it's fairly compact. It's a lot smaller than the box it comes in and the shipping box it comes in. You've got all your ports in the front with some display. And the only charging port that is not on the front is the wireless charging, which is at the top. There's nothing on the back other than some technical information, no inputs there, and there's nothing on the left side. Now, if you're able to lift a small child, there's a good chance you'll be able to lift this, but I would argue this is probably easier to lift. Turning the AC180 to the right reveals the AC input area where you'll connect the power cable to the power station and then to an outlet. So you take your AC outlet power cable, you plug it in with the right shape, and then you take the other end and plug it into an outlet. It'll immediately start charging, and notice that it's charging really quickly at over 1,000 watts, which is pretty impressive. And then you've got this blue indicator that notes that it's charging, as well as a percentage. You've also got another input area, that is where you would put the car charging and the solar connection as well. It also tells you how much time is left to charge to full. So let's say you're ready to use the AC180 to charge something. You'll note that all of the ports and the 3 buttons are on the front of the power station, except for the wireless charging, which is on top. You press the power button to turn it on and off. When on, a helpful green light emits from the button. This turns on the display. To choose the charging areas, you actually have to turn those on as well. DC turns on the direct current ports, like the USB-C. AC turns on the AC outlets. Turn off all those areas we're not using and storing the power station. Next, let's compare the AC180 to its smaller brother, the EB70S. The best way to describe the two is that the EB70S is like a Prius, it's reliable, it'll get the job done, and it doesn't cost nearly as much as the AC180, which is like a Tesla. AC180 is bigger, fancier, and thus costs more. It also weighs about 12 pounds more. Both have solar charging capability, but what I really like about the AC180 is that it's actually quieter when charging. It charges way faster when using an outlet, and it has a better display with more helpful information. Now, is that worth the big price difference between the two? It's hard to say without knowing your personal situation and preference. If you could afford a Tesla, I might go for that. If you're looking for something more practical that meets most, if not all your needs, go with the Prius. They both get the job done. All right, Bluetti also sent us this 200 watt solar kit. You can purchase the power station and their solar kits as a package or separately. This solar kit is the mid-tier at 200 watts. Bluetti also sells a 120 watt kit and a 350 watt kit. And they also introduced a 400 watt solar panel, but that's sold separately. Similarly to the power station, I really like how the solar panels are packaged and just overall design. They don't really need any instructions. It's very intuitive. And you can tell a lot by a company by the way something is packaged. Setting up the solar panels are pretty simple. I mean, really simple. You'll notice that there is a stand that is part of a strap and you button it to a certain height. I realized that I was doing this upside down. And so you just intuitively know that the flap goes a certain way. The pouch that you see there is for the connecting cables, and each panel has its own little stand. So you just put it to the height that you want and they're all adjustable. You keep opening up each panel. You adjust each strap to, again, the height that you want it, which just basically creates this angle. You rest the solar panels against those stands, and there you go. Easy to set up all 4 panels in one simple, convenient package. Connecting the AC180 power station to the solar panels is incredibly simple. You pull out the cables that are already connected to the solar panels and you connect them to the correct color-coded red or black connectors that go to the AC180. And then you plug it into the DC input area, which is located on the top left. And as soon as you connect it, you will see power. So there's some glare here, but you can see the input says 157 watts. It's not very fast, especially for such a big capacity power station. So here are my final thoughts. This is an awesome product. Seriously, it's really cool. Is it an awesome product that everyone needs? That's hard to say. These days, we are so dependent upon our electronic devices that it's nice to know you can have a product like this that doesn't rely on gas and that can be charged even by solar, albeit slowly, but you can recharge your device for days. Again, we used the smaller EB70S for a week and only got it down to 40% using household devices like tablets, computers, phones. And theoretically, if we use the AC180, we could last almost twice as long. Is it heavy? Is it expensive? Yes. How often would you use it? You know, hard to say. But if you think about these days with emergency situations or, again, the need to be connected, then this just gives you that peace of mind and it works really well. It's easy to use, just a really great solid product overall, and yeah, it was kind of nice to test it out. For more information about this product and other helpful information about camping and travel and EVs, check out our website at evcamping.info. Hope to see you on the road and charge on.